Hey, how's it going, Johnny? How are you?
Man, good. Hey, a lot has happened since. Sorry, we're joined by one lightweight world champion, Christian Lee. A lot has happened since we last met in October. Big things happening for the whole Lee family. You got that beautiful wedding, you and your sister, and Bruno opening up the second location, and her expecting that baby. Big things happening for you guys. Congratulations.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
We got questions from media from all across the globe, and I'm gonna be reading out them to you. Right.
Okay.
Our first question here is from Jay Anderson from Cage Side Press. This is your first fight since October. What does training camp look like since the lockdown, and how different was it from a normal camp?
Um, for me, this camp has been really much of the same. Thankfully, United MMA in Hawaii, it's a family-run gym. So, between me and my dad, my brother-in-law, we're all family. We're doing all the necessary precautions to stay safe, and we just resumed training as normal. It's been a good hard 8 weeks of camp, and I feel like I'm in the best shape I've ever been.
Next question here from Jay Anderson of Cage Side Press. I forgot to congratulate you on this as well. What are your thoughts on Victoria joining ONE? And out of your siblings, who was the most competitive growing up?
Oh man, thank you. I'm super proud of my little sister Victoria on signing with ONE Championship. I'm very excited for her to be making her debut soon. And man, just all the hard work she's put in her young life so far is what's led her to being signed at such a young age. And she's definitely a top prospect in the division. And she's going to be a tear, definitely. And then, sorry, what was the next question? What was the other question on that?
Who was the most competitive growing up?
Growing up, if you had to choose the most competitive, that'd be Angela for sure. Big sis. She's she had a lot of fire growing up. She still does to this day. Yeah, that was hers growing up.
Yeah, we've definitely seen that firsthand. We got another question here from Jay Anderson. How much of a confident boost was it to enter the Grand Prix late last year and come away with the win?
For me, it wasn't so much that it was a confidence booster because I felt the confidence was already there. That's the reason I took the fight, and I took it on 10 days notice. Many people considered Daggy to be the number one contender in the division at the time, and I believe he was as well. So for me, that was like my first title defense in a way. Although it was for the Grand Prix belt, he was the number one contender, and I took him out. So I felt very confident going into that match. I knew that, ever since I won the belt, I was the best in the division, and I was prepared at any moment to face anyone in that division. And so that's why I stepped up in short notice.
Another question here from Conan Daly. Do you think Yuri is undefeated because he is extraordinary, or because he has not met an opponent as tough as you?
I think the only reason Yuri's still undefeated is because he hasn't fought me yet. So, he's very talented. He's a dangerous fighter, but no, I don't see anything special in this guy that I can't tear through.
And you look like you've really been filling out into this lightweight frame. You feel like you're going to be staying here at lightweight for a long time?
Absolutely. Lightweight division is my new home. This is where I feel the healthiest. This is where I feel the strongest. And I'm definitely not going anywhere until I clear this whole division out.
That's going to be exciting to see. We got a question from Jude of Overtime Heroics MMA. What do you think will be Yuri's approach to this fight? Do you think he'll grapple, or do you think he'll lean towards the striking a little bit more?
I think Yuri's going to be very confident coming into this match. I feel that because of the fact that he's undefeated, he's finished every one of his opponents. He hasn't faced real opposition yet. So I think he's going to bring the fight right towards me. We're going to meet in the middle, and we're going to have an early clash. He's definitely going to try to strike with me first, and I feel that he thinks he has the advantage everywhere. So once we meet in the first early exchanges, I think he's going to find out real quick.
Question here from Nick Atkin of South China Morning Post. Eddie Alvarez looks like he's going to fight Dagi in January, according to Chatri. Do you see that as a number one contender fight, or are Timofey and Peter Boyst ahead of them in that queue?
I think that they could both be number one contender matches. But I feel like the next title shot would definitely go to the winner of Peter Buist and Timofey. And the only reason I say that is because Timofey has knocked out Eddie Alvarez, and then Peter Buist, he was number 3, so he was next in line anyways. And Daggy, for sure, he's still a top contender, but I just fought him and I just beat him, dominated him for 3 rounds. So I feel that they're gonna have to wait probably one more fight after Peter Buist and Daggy and Timofey.
And talk about this new ranking system. You look like you've already studied all of them. Is that something you really look into?
With the rankings, that's 100% up to one championship. So I just go with it. I saw that they released the top 5, and from there, I took a look at the list, and I just know who my next 5 targets are.
Incredible. We have a question here from Ivan Stewart, and he asks, I believe you're open to taking on Edward Foley in the future. If Edward wins his upcoming fight this Friday, is he next for you if you beat Yuri?
Edward Foley, he's done a lot of great things with one championship. He won the belt. He's defended his belt, and so he's a great fighter. However, he's faced a few tough losses recently. So I believe he's coming off of like a 2-fight skid, and so if he does come out victorious against Anthony Caruso, I think it'll put him on the right track towards another title run. But taking nothing away from the guy, but I don't think that one fight will justify a title shot yet.
You can understand that. We have a question from Tom Taylor of BJPen.com. Where does Yuri Lapika's rank among your toughest opponents?
Right now, as of today, Yuri Lapika, he's number 1. I haven't stepped into the ring yet. I don't know what he is capable of, what skills he possesses. But as of right now, I picture my next opponent, my upcoming opponent, as the most dangerous competitor I've ever faced. And so I'm not going to take him lightly. I'm not going to overlook him. Right now, Yuri Lapika is the number 1 threat.
James from Overtime Heroic MMA asks, in 2019, you fought 3 times. But due to the pandemic, it's been over a year since your last fight. Do you feel the inactivity will affect you going into this one?
No, I don't feel like the inactivity is going to affect me in any negative way. I feel that the time off has been great to allow me to rest, for my body and my mind to recover from such a hard 2019. And, I feel better than ever. Really, the time off has allowed me to just train, build my body and mind up stronger than ever. And yeah, I'm feeling like the best version of myself.
You took care of business against Sagit Arslan Aliyev, a highly...
Sorry, Johnny, 1 second.
Now you're facing a similar threat in the undefeated...
You're freezing up a bit. Sorry. I think it's the internet connection over here.
Yeah, are we good? Sorry.
Good. Yeah. Sorry, that whole time was just like frozen. Sorry about that.
I think we're freezing up a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, good, man. Now, you took care of business against Sagit. A lot of people thought that was going to be a really tough matchup for you, and you made that one look pretty easy. And now you're facing a similar threat in Yuri Lapika. You talked about how that victory has gave you confidence. Have you ever doubted yourself going into one of these big bouts?
No, I never allow myself to have any room for doubt. Going into this match with Yuri Lapika, I'm very confident in my abilities. I'm the champion for a reason, and Yuri's just another contender that I get to show my skills to the world with.
Now, you're talking about filling out of this lightweight division. I know welterweight is a big jump. Would you see yourself doing that in the future?
Absolutely. I'm not going to limit myself in one division. I never have. Even when I was competing in featherweight, lightweight was always within reach. And here at lightweight, welterweight is definitely within reach. So, I'm not going to get ahead of myself right now and focus on Yuri Lapika. But if a welterweight title shot presents itself, I'm going to jump for it.
Yeah, that'd be incredible to watch. MMA Heroic says another question here. You spoke earlier about your younger sister signing one championship. What do you think about all the Lees on the same card in the future? And how does it feel competing on the same card as your family?
Oh man, all of the Lee siblings on one championship card, man. That would we'd have to get a bigger stadium, and we'd definitely, that would be a very amazing experience. We'll see if the timing lines up for that. But man, there's just such amazing talent that runs through the Lee blood, and I'm just so incredibly proud of all of my siblings. And my little sister is signed. My little brother, he's growing. He's coming up. We'll see if he chooses to make this his career as well. But it's very possible that you could see 4 Lee siblings fighting on one card.
That would be a world first. 4 Lee siblings in a row. I'd watch that. Now, how much studying have you done on Lapika's specific strengths and weaknesses? What is your opinion of him as a fighter? And what do you think will be the difference in this fight?
With Yuri, I think that he's a very talented fighter. And I see him very young in his career in many ways. I know he's 14-0, but he hasn't faced real top level opposition yet. He had a good win over Murat, a good win over Shannon Uriah, but I just feel like he's never been in the cage with somebody like me. And so I plan on bringing him into deep waters and drowning him there. He's dangerous. He's hungry. He definitely believes in himself for this one, but it's not going to be enough.
I got to ask you this question. Lightweight is one of the most stacked divisions in one championship, arguably its deepest, with no shortage of top contenders at lightweight. Do you ever think about going back into featherweight and challenging Martin for the 3rd time?
Absolutely. That is still something that stays in the back of my mind. And Martin's got his own challenge ahead of him. I've got my own challenge ahead of myself right now. So that's all I'm going to be focused on right now. But I do feel like I have some unfinished business in the featherweight division. And if I'm going back down, it'll be for one reason, and that's the title shot.
Sorry, you cut up a little bit there.
No problem. You want me to repeat it?
No, I think we got that one. Yeah.
Okay.
Question from Nick Atkins, South China Morning Post. What did you make of Denise Zamboanga saying that Angela should vacate her atomweight title?
Oh, I thought it was quite funny that Denise would be calling for Angela to relinquish her title. Angela was the first ever atomweight women's champion in one history. She was the first women's champion ever. So, and then from there, she went on to defend her belt multiple times. Nobody's beaten her in the atomweight division, and no one's really given any argument to be the number one contender for that division. They came out with the ranking system, so that's why, Denise was ranked as number 1. So I'm sure that's why she feels entitled to her opinion. But in no way does Angela need to give up her belt. She has earned her spot there, and there's been no one in that division who came even close to touching her. She's finished all of her opponents so far, and aside from me, Yamaguchi, who's a tough veteran. So, I absolutely feel like she's earned her right to remain champ in that division. And it's not like she's gone forever. She's going to be doing her thing, becoming a mother, having her baby. From there, she plans on getting right back into camp and defending her belt. So, I give her amazing props for that. And she's just an extremely strong-willed person. So I'm excited to watching my sister come back. And in no way does she need to give up her belt during this time.
I agree with you completely. I think Angela has secured that spot, and I wish her all the best with this birth and the recovery process with that. We got a last question here. Eddie Alvarez has previously mentioned your name in the media and is looking at booking himself a title shot. He believes your youth and inexperience put you at a disadvantage. If you get past Yuri Lapika, is that a matchup that interests you?
The fight with Eddie Alvarez, that's always been something that's interested me ever since he signed with one championship. It's a great opportunity for me and for him. I know that Eddie Alvarez signed with one championship for one reason, and that's to claim the lightweight gold. That's what I have, and that's why he's constantly calling me out. He's got a tough match ahead of him with Dagi, and so we'll see how he does in that one. But if he gets past them, we'll see. I'm always open to a new challenge, and I'd love to take out another big name for sure.
We got one more question, Christian, and we'll let you go. You've already accomplished so much as an athlete, but you're still only 22, really following your sister's footsteps. How much growing did you still have to do? How much better you think are you going to get?
Oh man, for me, the scary thing is at 22 years old, after claiming the lightweight gold and the lightweight Grand Prix gold, I feel like I'm still at the beginning of my journey. I feel like I'm just starting to reach my full potential, and I'm not even close to there yet. So for everyone else in the lightweight division, man, they're in for a tough time because I'm not going anywhere.
The sky is the limit for you, my friend. Thank you so much for your time. All the best this Friday night.
No problem. Thank you, man. Good talking with you.